Good morning, friends, teachers, and parents. Today, I am going to talk about how income inequality affects the quality of education. My name is Josephine from GFH class. Let's start off with the background of research. Education is very important for our life in many different aspects. But sometimes, income inequality may happen. You may ask, what is income inequality? Income inequality is a significant disparity in the distribution of income between individuals, groups, populations, social classes, or countries. And in this case, income inequality will cause unequal education for students. For example, compare a student coming from a low-income family in a low-quality school with low-quality teachers and cannot afford private tutors, with a student from a high-income family learning in a high-quality school with high-quality teachers and can afford private tutors. Well, of course, the quality of education these two students will receive will be different. With the second student, will have higher quality of education. And these are the data I found during my research. Yogyakarta has a gap of only 1.3% that are not in school, while Papua has a percentage of 22%, UNICEF 2015. And according to the UNDP, about 130 million people worldwide were not enrolled in schools, IMF 2004. According to research, 2/3 of the primary age children in Liberia are out of school, UNICEF 2016. These data prove that huge education inequalities all around the world, and the children in lower income countries will have lower income education. Moving on to my cause. The government is the one responsible for this issue. And here are the causes. The main cause is poverty. People who are living in big cities tend to have less poverty and can get easier access to education, while people in poverty cannot afford private schools. The second cause is household environment. If a student's household environment is not comfortable, of course, it will affect the student's learning experience. The third one is teacher's training. Different priorities may be given to a teacher's training, which will then, of course, affect the student's learning experience as well. And the last one is unequal distribution of resources. Some schools have broken tables and chairs, which of course also affects the student's learning experience. This leads me to the consequences. These inequalities will give disadvantages for some students. And here are the consequences. The first one is unequal education leading to achievement gaps. Low-income students will result in a lower academic knowledge, will then affect their future. And because of this, students with the same potential may not accomplish the same success or achievements. The second consequence is poor experience of learning. Students coming from low-income families tend to experience more stress, and this will affect their ability to focus on their studies. Students living in poverty are severely disadvantaged since there's a huge amount of loss of every student each with untold potential. In 2016, 20% of the undergraduates come from poverty. And here are my course of actions. To fix this issue, it requires investments of infrastructures, quality of teachers, and final support to provide every student with the resources that can develop their full potential. Who can help? Government and other investors. They should take active steps on every schools to ensure that everyone gets the same quality of education, starting from the infrastructures and teachers. And what active steps? Offering high salary and benefits to high-quality teachers, increase special education such as counselors to support the low-funded schools, and invest in infrastructures, technology, and resources to create a comfortable environment for students to study. To sum up my presentation, all students have the right to get equal access to education and for them to develop their full potential and achieve success. However, some students get unequal education. This is because some of them live in poverty, have stress, get different quality of teachers, and unequal distribution of resources. These inequalities will lead to achievement gaps and also poor learning and of experience. But government can play a huge role in this issue by investing in infrastructures and technologies and also resources. My Bible intake in this topic is from Proverbs 22 verse 2. It says, "The rich and the poor meet together. The Lord is the maker of them all." From this verse, we can say that there should be no inequality between anything, since the Lord is the maker of them all. And in His eyes, we are all equal. We all should treat and love each other the same way, no matter what our background is. That is the end of my presentation. Thank you for listening and God bless you.